Hello watchers. Welcome to the Recall Lab. Today we will gonna explain a 2015 horror fantasy movie in which a train leaving London strikes a deer on the track as it travels through some countryside, and as a result, when the train stops, a humanoid attacks it and starts killing the passengers. So let's begin and watch out for spoilers. The movie begins where we see Joe and he works as a ticket collector. Today his supervisor asked him to do an extra shift in the night train. He didn't want to do it, but he don't have any other option. Then the journey begins and he starts checking the ticket of passengers. After checking a few compartments, Joe meets Ellen. She was also working as a staff member. Ellen knows that Joe's promotion request was denied, so she asks him to try again. Joe asked her when she will quit this job, so she replied that she is doing extra shifts for earning more, and when she saves some money for the future she will leave this job. Then after checking, Joe went to his cabin and fell asleep. After some time he wakes up because the train driver applied brakes, and then the driver said on the mic that due to some problem on the track they have to stop it. Joe went to check the passengers and then he met Ellen in the next compartment. Then the driver went outside to check the problem. Joe tries to help passengers, but they are very angry with him. Joe felt very bad, but he didn't say anything to them. Joe tries to contact the driver, but he doesn't respond to the message. Then a creature attacked the driver and killed him, but because of heavy rainfall no passenger was able to see this. Joe and Ellen went in the cabin to see the driver, but he was not there. So they contacted the station, but due to rain many trees fell on the track and they said that it will take 4 hours to reach them. When Joe informed passengers about this, they were mad at him and asked for any solution. One passenger suggested that we should start walking along the track and the station would be 2 to 3 kilometers away from here. Joe said no to this, but all passengers agreed with that man and asked Joe to open the door of the train. So finally Joe has to open it and they all start moving forward. After moving some distance, Joe sees some movement in the forest, so he goes to check it and sees the dead body of their driver. He told everyone to run back to the train. They all went inside the train, but at last that creature grabbed the leg of an old woman. They all pull her inside the train and then that creature leaves her, but she is very badly injured. Then they all hear some voices outside and Joe tells everyone to not make any sound, and after some time that creature goes away. They try to stop the bleeding, but the old lady needs to be admitted to the hospital quickly. Then they hear some sound from another compartment. Joe and 2 more passengers went to check this, and there they found another passenger. They brought him to other passengers and explained everything to him. Then that creature again attacked them, and before they could understand anything that creature breaks the glass of the window and grabs one passenger out and kills her. Everyone starts running towards another compartment. After killing one passenger that creature left. They all were confused and arguing, but then the old man said that if we want to live, then before that creature killed us we should kill him. They take whatever tools available on the train and close the doors and windows of the compartment and start waiting for that creature. Then that creature attacked them, and one of the passengers who went to the washroom got stuck in the washroom because the door was not opening. Joe tried to help him, but he was not able to open the door, and that creature destroyed the roof of the toilet and attacked him. From the hole Joe sees that the passenger is dead, and now that creature attacked Joe. He somehow managed to enter the compartment and block the door, but that creature was very powerful and it opened the compartment door. It attacked the passenger, but they all fought together and in the end they all killed him. After seeing his body they were not able to identify which animal it is. His body structure is a combination of human and wolf body. Then one passenger suggests that this may be caused because a werewolf may have bite him, and they all see that old lady also changing into werewolf. One passenger tries to kill her, but Joe stops him and asks to tie the passenger and that old lady. Then they decide that they will repair the train and then leave this forest. Billy knows about the engines and he explains to Ellen about the controls for starting the train. Then they went outside to repair the train. Billy finds the leak in the fuel pipe and he tries to repair it, but then another passenger hears voice from the jungle and he goes to see who is there. When he went ahead he was surrounded by many werewolves and they killed him. Billy repaired the pipe and green lights turned on in the engine. Then Joe and Ellen start the engine, but when they turn on the front light they see many werewolves in front of the train, so they start the train. Billy grabs the pipe to stick with the train and then that old lady turns into a werewolf. One passenger suggested killing her, but the old man didn't agree with it. Then that man and lady move closer to the door and that man sees a werewolf outside the train and it grabs the lady. Then that man pushed that lady outside and she fell from the train and werewolf killed her. On the train, that lady werewolf killed that old man. Accidentally, Billy pulls the fuel pipe and it starts leaking again and the train stops. That werewolf lady was about to kill that man, but Joe came and killed her. Then that passenger thought that he would set Joe and Ellen as bait and leave this train. So he blocks the way for them and then moves outside and closes the door for them. Werewolf reached their compartment and then Billy came and tried to stop them by fire. Ellen opens the door, but Werewolf captures Billy and only Joe and Ellen manage to save their life. They started running away, but werewolves were following them. So Joe thinks that he should stay there to stop them and tells Ellen to go ahead. Then Ellen starts running ahead and Joe fights with the werewolf. In the end, one werewolf bites him and Ellen manages to reach the station and she has Joe's badge with her. That passenger was walking outside the jungle, but then he encounters Joe, who now turns into a werewolf, and then Joe kills him. The movie ends here.